From the Phantom Studio, somewhere south of Victoria Island, this is NQL. Not quite legal, not quite live, but definitely real. And I am David Miller, bringing you the news to music lovers on Facebook. And that news is a new playlist has been created and will post Monday at noon, and Monday being February 9th, 2026. Today is February 7th, 2026, Saturday, and the time currently in Arizona is 10:14 a.m. So, as I said, new playlist today at noon. The God Who Sees is the playlist, and I have to admit I had some help from AI, from Microsoft Copilot, and we had quite a conversation actually. I must admit. Copilot is quite complimentary to me. I sometimes am skeptical of that kindness and politeness. Wonder what's going on behind the screen, so to speak. But first, the God Who Sees, what this is about. I was having struggling coming up with an idea. I didn't really want to. Didn't seem to feel right with any of the archive ones this time around. I just couldn't decide. Was feeling kind of inspired, uninspired at the same time. So I went to Copilot. I asked, "Can you create a playlist that reflects the feeling of being looked at and not seen?" And Copilot said, "Well, of course I can." And so it came up with a list of tunes, and and through conversations we came up with even more of a thing where now when you look at the text that is coming out at 10 a.m. The JPG of the texted list, you'll see that it reads almost like a playbill for play. And the playlist is in 4 acts, 3 songs in each act, and each act is subtitled to reflect a growing awareness, I guess you could say. And based on the sensation of have you ever felt like someone or even everyone was looking right at you and not seeing you? Have you ever felt totally alone in a crowd? Have you ever asked God for help and felt like he wasn't listening, like he wasn't answering? Have you ever looked at someone else and not really seen them? Have you ever felt like someone was looking at you and they were seeing you, but they weren't seeing you? They were seeing someone else. Or at least that's how you felt, like they were perceiving someone that was not you. And they're putting their thoughts on you. So anyway, I guess that's what this playlist is about. The God Who Sees. So there's that. I did this video once before, and the settings weren't right, so I had to redo it. So I'm going to go back to AI and my thoughts on AI. I see AI as a tool. I'm very concerned about becoming totally reliant on AI, both as a citizen and as a patriot. Concerned for the government becoming totally dependent on AI, and that even even within the private sector, within the religious circles, I would be concerned about clergy becoming too dependent on AI to assist with their sermon preaching and how to run the church. Bearing in mind that I understand that the church is actually the body of the people rather than the buildings. But be that as it may, I am concerned about becoming totally dependent on AI, and ultimately depending on AI to do for us what God is doing for us, and therefore idolatry, worshiping AI rather than God, who deserves it. Yes, I'm not sure exactly how to word that, but that's how I see it. So, AI is a tool and should be viewed as and used exactly as a tool, just like electricity, automobiles. These are all tools for us to use to make our life a little easier. Maybe to help us understand the universe a little more. Even science is a tool in that respect. So, to avoid belaboring this anymore, coming Monday, February 9th, at 12 noon, The God Who Sees. And a sneak peek at the texted list, February 9th, 2026, at 10 a.m., the JPG of The God Who Sees. Have a good life, and I will see you in the future.